We had Greg Greco on the show, John, and this is one that is interesting and I want to tell you about. Okay, so he's running against Rando Brito. It doesn't matter. All corporate Democrats are the same. So that race was now they've taken it off the board. New York Times does this sometimes where they'll report results and then take them off the board. But it was at 56-44. So Greg was doing better than some of the other progressive candidates. That's Cynthia Mendez's old seat in the state Senate, but still losing by 12 points, which is hard to make up. So he's the underdog, but he had a shot. So why is he the underdog? Because, of course, we had less money. We always have less money as progressives. So that's a big part of the problem. I'm going to come back to that. But the other part is what does the other side do with their money? So and understand that there are layers of money, right? For progressives, they ain't no layers. They're just a candidate. And if like a rando rebellion pack comes in with a tiny amount of money, okay, right? So, but there's no layers. But for corporate Democrats, there's layer after layer after layer of financing. So Greco's opponent had his own money. Then there's probably PAC money. And then the cops in Rhode Island were spending against Greg because they're bums and they don't want to work. So if a progressive is going to get in there and he's going to make them work, they don't want that. Oh, now we're accountable. We can't beat up people. And we can't just eat donuts and protect the rich guy's house. That's all we want to do, right? So they don't like progressives either. So they sent out these flyers. Now get a load of this, okay? It says, run voters, run from Gregory Greco, right? That's the progressive in the race. Imposing a new 10% statewide property tax. Look, every part of this lies in different ways, right? Increasing state income taxes. It's all in the framing and what you leave out, et cetera. But that's not why I'm bringing it up. Defund the police. So I asked Greg today because, well, it's possible that a progressive could be for defunding the police or might have said it at some point, right? Or might have supported it. Nope. Greg never said it, doesn't support it. But it's on the flyer anyway.
Yep. Because
corporate Democrats, and in this case, the cops that are in Rhode Island that are funding that, they don't care about lying. They'll lie just as much as Republicans. And in fact, they'll lie more than Republicans. Why? Well, no, it's impossible to lie more than Republicans. Okay. But why? But they lie with immunity. Why? Because the press will never hold them accountable. Never. At least when the Republicans lie, the corporate media, some portions of the corporate media go, Rachel Maddow gets uncomfortable. So there's a little bit of a discussion about it, right? But when corporate Democrats lie, everybody covers their eyes. No, don't look here. And by the way, same with Fox News. Fox News never reports it because they hate progressives even more than corporate media does. They all agree corporations should win at everything. And so progressives are the actual threat to corporate rule and the oligarchy that we have here, the way that we rob your democracy. The right wing's a bunch of yahoos. They don't change anything. They still give tax cuts to corporations and the rich. They still deregulate them. They're the corporate bitches. They're just better at like disguising in here's a slab of insanity to cover up my corporate agenda. Here's a slab of lies. And then we'll fight over culture wars and stuff. No, progressives are the real threat. Yeah. So that's why Fox News, MSNBC, and CNN will all gang up on progressives. Yeah. So I could show the other flyers, Asher, but they all have defund the police on them. And it's not true. Oh, he's cuckoo, they put, right? Why? Because he wants to defund the police, etc. And so, by the way, does that hurt? Yeah, it hurts. That's why it's on the flyer, right? So to the geniuses who came up with the slogan, defund the police, thanks a lot for hurting the progressive cause massively.
I get they would still, I mean, they're also lying about him being a massive socialist who's going to absolutely jack up your taxes. I mean, the thing about this, look, if it wasn't defund the police, it would be something. Maybe that's more effective in this case. I don't know. But the good thing, though, is that while they are unfairly and dishonestly smearing him as saying that he's going to be a tax and spend socialist and defund the police, that's where it stops. Once they stop him and they reinforce in the population that those are bad things that you should never support, the Republicans will never turn around and smear their centrist candidate in the same way. and the population, which has been trained to freak out when those terms are used at them, they'll never apply those to people like Biden or, Pete Buttigieg or whatever. Like, this is the sort of self-destructive BS that they do. They think that they can find this very narrow slot, like just to the left of the Republicans, and they'll be safe. But the Republicans all believe that Joe Biden's a communist anyway. And so it's just such a self-destructive political strategy.
So, John, there's many reasons for that, as you know, but one predominant reason is that the Democrats actually kind of believe it, because remember, they spend literally half their day doing donor calls. That's not a hyperbole. It's not 1% exaggeration. In fact, a lot of the congresspeople and the senators, et cetera, spend more than half their day making donor calls. Now, who are the donors? The donors are way more right-wing than the general population, especially on economic issues. And the donors are a lot of times corporate lobbyists. And a lot of times they are either Democrats or Republicans who are dissatisfied with Donald Trump in the suburbs. So that's why the Democrats are always talking about Republicans in the suburbs, because they're talking to them literally for 2-3 hours a day, every day, right? Oh, rich people in the suburbs. What do you think? Hey, another rich person in the suburb. What do you think? What do you think? Hey, Republican in the suburb, Democrat in the suburb. What do you guys think? Okay, great. We all hate the same people. Wonderful, right? And so they put out this. That's why they put out these points. But look, John, at the end of the day, by far the most guilty is the media. By far, because it's their job to call fouls. It's their job to run a clean game. Look, if you've ever seen kids play a game, the minute that it is vague, there's any vague rules, it explodes into fights, right? Okay, no, but I thought I was there. No, I was kind of near the line. But touching the line matters, all that stuff, right? And then a parent has to come in and go, no, okay? These are the rules. If it's touching the line, yes. If it's not, no, okay? And so you need a ref, right? This is so obvious. It's human nature 101. And now all of the mainstream media come in, and when they say it's not on the line when it is, they ruin the game. Absolutely destroy the game. I've used this example before, but you could use it in any case. Here, let's use a football example this time instead of the Jordan example I always use.
That'll be better for me.
Yeah, okay, so Tom Brady. If the refs say, you know what, I'm not going to call a penalty when you hit the quarterback late. You know what they're going to do to Tom Brady? They're going to snap his neck, right? And then they're going to go, what? There's no penalty. No penalty. I didn't do anything wrong at all, right? So corporate Democrats have been hitting us illegally, wrongly, immorally, with lie after lie after lie for 40, 50 years now. And the refs come in, New York Times, Washington Post, CNN, MSNBC, they come in and they go, nope, I don't see it. Nope, corporate Democrats are right. Nope, they all want defund the police. They all are going to raise your taxes. They're all going to do this. They're all the worst people on earth, okay? Radicals, if they ever talk about us. So screw the mainstream media, the poison, the toxic poison in this country.
By the way, a couple quick updates. One, Yeetwood Mac in the Twitch chat says, for context, they literally use that copy and template for 6 different progressive candidates here. It doesn't even matter what the candidates say; they demonize regardless.
Yeah.
So they change the picture and the name. That's it.
So you're right, and they would come up with a different lie, but this lie works, okay? And so, look, guys, let's keep it real on defund the police. It polls at negative 17%. If you love it, you're in the minority. Massive minority. And I've gone back and forth on it, okay? Because in the beginning, I hated it. I thought it was such a stupid framing. I'm like, wait, are you actually going to defund the entire police department? I wouldn't even be in favor of that. And they're like, oh, no, we're not going to. Then why did you call it defund the police? Why did you call it the thing it's not? It doesn't make any sense, right? And then, but I hate what the cops are doing in this country, right? So I wanted police reform so bad. I wanted criminal justice reform so bad. So at some point I was like, well, God damn it, screw it. Okay, fine, defund the police, right? But I was wrong. I shouldn't have given into that instinct of agreeing to something that I knew didn't make any goddamn sense. And to be honest, there's a world of pressure out there. If you don't say defund the police, the Twitter patrol comes by. Oh, you are against black. You love cops. You love propaganda. You want to give more money. No, God damn it, I want to reform the cops. How'd that work out for you? Defund the police, knuckleheads? How did it work out? Now we have less reform. We have way less reform. And we have Joe Biden out there going, well, I'm going to give the cops even more money. I'm not with the defund the police people. And then they lie about all of our candidates, and it helps to end all their careers. So look, it's okay. I just told you in the middle of this story that I was wrong in the middle, right? Where I was like, okay, maybe we should do defund the police because I can't stand what the cops are doing in abusing minorities in this country, right? And being above the law. Well, no, it's okay. You could say you're wrong. It's not that big a deal. But nope. My career is based on me being an author of Defund the Police. My people on Twitter will yell at me. Oh, no, I'm Defund the Police all the way. I think it's working. Is it? Come on, don't be ridiculous. If you're a left-wing activist, is Defund the Police working? No, you have to be Trumpian to say that it's working. It's obviously not only not working, counterproductive. We don't have the goddamn reform. We need the reform so desperately. And guys, I'm going to ask one more time, okay? Who votes on this crap? I didn't vote on it. Did you vote on it? It polls at like 3%. So, Ilhan Omar nearly lost her race because she actually was for defund the police. That one was not a lie. 79% of African Americans in her district hated defund the police, and they nearly threw her out. If you're hearing something else, it's left-wing lying to you, okay? No, she almost lost the race, and it was definitely because of defund the police. The polling indicates it. People in her district said, I don't like it because she wanted to defund the police and she voted for that bill in Minnesota. Oh, no, don't believe the voters. Don't believe black and brown voters. I am a left-wing activist on Twitter. I am more important. I have decided that this is the slogan we're going with. Who the are you? Sorry. But who are you? Who made you left-wing God? Why am I not allowed to disagree? Why are the voters not allowed to disagree with it? Why are 79% of black people in Minnesota not allowed to disagree with it? Who elected you? Stop with the dumb-ass slogans that no one in the country is in favor of. Because if you weren't in favor of it, then we can go out there and kick their ass and then fight the corporate media and say, no, they're lying. But some are in favor of it. And I guarantee you they will say this and go, no, my career is more important. I was in favor of it, and I've staked my career on it. So I will tweet, okay? And I don't care what black people say. I don't care what Latinos say. I will call them Latinx, and I will defund the police. Well, God damn it, you ruined us all. Good luck. I'm never listening to those lunatics again. If you want to tell me that there's a slogan out there that you picked and you're a demigod because you're on Twitter, okay, no. We're going to do things that are popular. We're going to do things that progressives in the country, actual human beings, actually want. We're not going to sit there and stroke your stupid-ass ego with slogans that don't make a goddamn piece of sense. I'm done with them. Okay, that's how I feel.